Hello, everyone from New Orleans, where it's Mardi Gras, and that guy there is on vacation.
From Canaan Valley, West Virginia, at the ski resort. How's everybody doing?
And that is fake snow in the background, by the way.
Yeah, most of it is. It's been cold enough to make snow, but as you can see right now, look at that. It's raining. About 42
Oh, it's
and raining.
Oh my gosh. Well, Patrick is on vacation today. And as most of you may already know, Steve is no longer with us. So it is me and Patrick from now on out. But we do have some other people with us today. And we have got Jeremy Hubert from HTL. I keep wanting to say HTL Customs. Yeah, I keep wanting to say Holsters, but it's HTL Customs. He's changed the name. And we're going to bring Jeremy in and say hello to Jeremy. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. And we've also got someone new to the channel. Eric is here from Valley Forged, and we're going to bring him in to say hello. If you haven't seen his channel, you should check it out. Hey, Eric.
Hello, everybody.
I'm glad to see you.
I think Eric might have been our first guest.
He was, yeah. He was a while back. I guess that was...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Going on about almost a year ago.
Yeah.
A lot's happened since then. And I don't know if you can notice or not, but right over there, if you can see that, Eric now has a Lasermatic 30. In fact, he has the latest edition of the Lasermatic 30, which has got some upgrades done to it. So he's got the best one in the house.
Oh, congratulations.
Jeremy still doesn't have one.
Nope.
And we're going to have to work on that. In fact, Jeremy, I don't even think, do you have a diode?
No, I've been sending files that I've been building over to Idaho to Jim McCall. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's built 2 of them for me.
I didn't know that. I sort of knew that you didn't have a. Oh, look at that! Isn't that cool?
I put a base on this so I could use it.
Wow, that's cool. I like that.
I've got an extra diode that I'm going to be boxing up and sending to Jeremy. Hopefully this week to get him into a different laser.
I do have an extra one, but I don't want to send it to him because it's a Lasermatic. Ortour LM3 20 watt, and I just don't want to send it to him because there's so many little problems with it. But if that one that you send him doesn't work out, let me know and I'll send him that one. In the meanwhile, I'll work on getting him into the Lasermatic family.
Well, that would be fantastic.
Yeah. So
I'm going to send him a Wizmaker 36 watt.
Oh,
and it's going to do just fine.
That should be fine because I haven't heard a whole lot of problems with the Wizmakers. So
yeah,
that should work. So I wanted to start today by saying that we're going to have, first off, I want to say that 2 days ago, or maybe 3 days ago, I've come out of the fog. So I have been in a mind fog since 2 days before Christmas when I got sick. And it was just one illness after the next, after the next, after the next. And about 2 or 3 days ago, I woke up and it was like, oh, I can think for the first time in a long time. So I want to say thank you to everybody for all the good wishes that have been sending me emails and messages and things like that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But I am starting to feel it's like the fog has lifted and I'm starting to get back into the swing of things. And in fact, I did my first patron video a couple of days ago. So, and I'm going to talk about some of that today, but I have 2 projects I'm going to run today. First off is I tried running this this PMAG, and I tried this is actually the third one that I've tried. Could not get the settings down on it. And then Patrick said, well, try one of my PMAGs. And he sent me these mag pulls in the mail. So I tried his, and I went from that to that.
Mm-hmm.
So just the difference in the polymer. And Jeremy and I were talking about that, and he sent me some settings for this one, by the way. Said, try these settings, and guess what? They work great.
Yep.
So different polymers, and thank you, Jeremy, for that. I really appreciate that, those settings. I'm going to save those settings, and I'm going to try and get this to work because I have a lot of these. I have 25 of these. So, and I want to do some of these for some friends. So what I'm doing today, and maybe some of you are interested in this or not, I'm doing a last minute, let me see, a Valentine's Day gnome. And a lot of people love the gnomes. So I've got that gnome in one instance of Lightburn, and I've got a PMAG in another instance of Lightburn. I've got both machines hooked up. I have the fiber right there with Patrick's logo on it. And then I have the Lasermatic there, which you can't see because of the reflection and the gantry's in the way. But once I turn that on, it'll move out of the way. You'll be able to see it fine. And in Lightburn, I've got the gnome ready to run. And then if I switch to the other instance of Lightburn, I've got the PMAG ready to run. But I want to caution you about something. When you're running multiple instances of Lightburn, make sure that you open them. When you do a new instance of Lightburn, make sure you have nothing on your screen to begin with. So if you open a new instance and you've got a file loaded, so let's say I've got this file loaded and it has all of these layers in it. If I open a new instance and reopen this file, it wipes all of those settings out. So be careful when you open new instances. Best way to do it is just not to have anything open at the time when you open the new instance. So first open the two instances of Lightburn, then load your files, and you'll be good to go. So Patrick, we know what you've been doing. You've been vacationing. So
Well,
tell us a little bit about that.
We just came up here for 2 nights, 2 days. Came up yesterday, did some tubing on the slope, tubing park, and then did some ice skating last night, and then today skiing. And it's myself, my wife, son and daughter, and my nephew.
That's good to.
So just my kids' grandparents, their mama and papa bought them a ski trip for Christmas. So that's
nice.
why we are here.
Nice.
But yeah, it's been going good. I don't have any. I have videos I could send you if you wanted to roll those in later. If anybody gets bored.
All right, Eric, tell us what you have been up to.
What have I been, man?
You've been up to a lot because I've been watching your channel, and even though I haven't been able to comment because I'm watching on my big TV, and for some reason, even commenting on my phone, well, it's a different name, so I don't want to comment from there. But I've been watching your videos, and you seem to be having fun with that new machine in the background.
Yeah. I made a video, I think about a month ago, that was the best and worst of the diode lasers, and I just decided I don't want to work with a ton of companies like I did last year. And I ended up with a bunch of lasers that I really just didn't enjoy that much. You know, they're fine, but I mean, we are very lucky that there are more amazing lasers now than there ever have been. And it's a really good time to be into lasers. But I just wanted to work with the best ones. And, I was working with the company last year, and their customer service just dropped off completely. And I felt really bad for recommending a laser, and then all of a sudden nobody has customer service.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
kind of really put Rolly on the map for me. I'm like, okay, well, I need one that I know that people can depend on, that if I recommend it.
Mhm.
And so I went all in on Lasermatic, and so I've done, I don't know, I think about 5 or 6 videos so far.
I've seen that.
Showing people how to do different things with it.
Yeah. Yeah. You've done some really nice work too. Hey, if you guys aren't familiar with Eric, and I know a lot of you are not, the name of his channel is Valley Forged on YouTube. You need to go check him out because first off, he's always disguised in those glasses. So nobody really knows what he looks like, but but he does a lot of opinion, I guess what I would call opinion videos, where even if he doesn't have the machine, you know, he travels around on the internet and he looks at the feedback from the different people that own them, and gives out a lot of information that you may not get like in a review video, let's say. And let me put his banner up here, which I'm pretty sure I made one for him.
I forgot to mention that I did a video on the Rolly jig table, the Lasermatic jig table last
Oh,
week.
yeah.
So if you haven't saw that, check it out.
Now I know I made a banner for him, and I'm not finding it now.
Well, I just did I'll have a video coming out on cleaning the lens and, you know, doing all that. And then I did rubber stamps and leather. Those are videos that haven't come out yet that I have specifically on the Rolly Lasermatic. And it's pretty cute there, buddy.
He's having fun with that new phone that he's got. By the way, that thing has an incredible image. I'm trying to see if I can find that one. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to drop a link in the chat to Eric's channel. It's pretty easy. It's at Valley Forged. But let me just drop this in here so you can take a look at that. And there we go. And also,
Yeah, it does look pretty good. That's the front-facing camera too.
Yeah, that's really nice. And also we've got Jeremy with HTL Customs. So this one might be a little harder. Let me drop this one in there as well, because it's got some numbers with it. Just to put these in there in case you want to go check out their channels, which I recommend that you do, both of them. Go check them out, subscribe. Let me get you off the big screen there, Patrick. And we're going to get to the comments in just a little bit. I know we're going to have a lot less viewers than normal today because it is Super Bowl Sunday. So, and I think, I don't know when the game is going to start, but should be soon. But anyway,
6:30 p.m. Eastern.
6:30. Okay, so we still got time. But I noticed that a lot of people are commenting in the comments that they're not watching the NFL anymore, which I'm not either. Oh, something I forgot to mention was this came from, and I don't think Bob is here right now, but this came from Chicago Bob. He sent me this nice little Post-it note holder with a pen and an engraved note on the back. And I think he also sent one to, I know he sent one to Patrick as well. So I want to say thank you for that. And I don't know if I mentioned this.
I did an unboxing video on that care package I received from Terrell Fixes All. And in the same video, I showed the unboxing or unenveloped the package from Chicago Bob.
Yeah. On the envelope. Man, that was a tough envelope to open too. And then I just want, I don't know, in my fog, I don't know if I've shown this or not. I got this from Jeff, one of my subscribers, and this is a box. He makes boxes. And the FFLM means firefighter laser medic. Well, I can just show you the side there. So, and then on the back, he put a message in there, and both sides have it, and they are boxes. So it's just like a K40, and there's even, you can even open the back where the tube goes. There's another spot back there. Very cool box. I love this so much. One of the nicest things that I've gotten.
My brain heard you say firefighter, laser matic.
Laser medic.
Yeah.
So I years ago, I went to school for EMT, and I got my EMTB, and then I got my EMTI, and then finally my NREMTP, paramedic. And I also went back for ACLS, which is Advanced Cardiac Life Support, and I worked this neighborhood here and 2 other surrounding neighborhoods from dusk to dawn, pretty much. So if somebody had any type of cardiac event, my pager would be the first pager. That's how long ago it was. My pager would be the first one to go off, and then I would get a phone call following that. The pager would have the address, and then I would stay on the phone with a doctor at the hospital until the ambulance got there. So I was the first responder for my neighborhood and 2 others, and that's where that laser medic comes from. But anyway, getting back to the live stream today, I'm going to go ahead and start my jobs. Eric, did you want to share a file today? I don't hear anything from Eric. I think he lost his microphone.
He's muted.
Oh, I was muted. Yeah,
Oh.
I could either do a Mother's Day rose, or I've been working on this because it already has a stand, so you could pretty much change this into anything you want.
Oh, cool.
And it might be a nice, easy file. And what I thought about putting up here is, and what will you guys think is better, got God or got Jesus? Or what do you think?
It doesn't matter. Either one. Yeah, that's nice.
Ready for the end?
Whatever you feel. What we do is we demonstrate stuff here, and we then we give them a file for free. So
this is a pretty good one, just because I think that people would now have already a frame and a thing here, so they can just put anything they want.
That's cool. All right. So Jeremy,
Yeah.
what are you planning on doing today?
Somebody can put something in the comments. All I got's a fiber laser. So if they want to see me try something, I'll do whatever. If I got the material here, I'll do it. Okay.
So if somebody wants to see Jeremy do something on the fiber, I'm going to do a new PMAG today. And if you want to see something on the fiber laser, then just put a comment in there and Jeremy can do that for you. So before we actually...
What I'll mention about PMAGs is there's a video on my channel. If you go to that video in the comment, there's a coupon code, so you can go to my website and get it's called the Lightburn PMAG file, but it's a PMAG file with PMAG settings already in it, and you can download that for free with that coupon code. The coupon code, I can't remember, but it's in
is that the file you gave me?
No, different.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to share
I can
the
get
file.
to that link. I'll put it in my comments.
Yeah, I'm gonna go download that, and I'll share the file that you gave me, if you don't mind, as well.
I do not mind.
Okay, so that's good. I can zip up all of these files into different folders, fiber, or regular laser, diode, whatever, diode or CO2, for my GNOME, and I'll post them under the video. Today, the files are going to go up about 2 hours after the video is over. So don't look for them right away. About 2 hours after we finish the live stream, I'll have those files zipped up underneath the video, as well as on the lasermakersrealm .com. So just want to give a word of caution. As you see in the top right corner, there are men with lasers here. So anyway, I'm going to get mine started, I think. And in the meanwhile, Eric, you can get yours started. And
I'm going to work on putting a photo on a little stainless steel disc. So I'm going to look for a photo to get ready for that.
okay. And let me look in here real quick. Let me just start looking through the comments before I get started. And there's a lot of comments about the NFL. So I want to just say hello to Carl and Kenny Sims, Todd, Pop Moose, Jack in the Shop. Jack in the Shop is on every live stream ever made. Let's see, Minnesota Maker, HVAC A to Z, Terry D from, I think, from New Zealand. Yeah, Wellington, New Zealand. Dina Duffy. Hello, Dina. Imperfect Woodcrafts. Midnight Sun Woodwork. Hi to everybody. Roger Court, James Richard, Scott Johnson, Michael Ellis, who's one of our channel members from Arkansas. And let me just say hello to everybody and look down. V Swan is here. Roger Court's here. Sharon Simonson is here. Ventari is here. Hi, Steve. Jesse Griffin, who's another one of our channel members. And Patrick is at school. He's on detention.
I might go get started on the Snow Angel.
Okay, let me get down here. Clack Shack is here. Hey, Dave. Stumbling Bumbling Idiot is here. Hi, Mike. How you doing? Good to see you. And I'm getting down to the bottom. BF Bear Buddy Ike, who's a channel member. Cole Woodworks. And Cusina Mia, I think that is. Cusina Mia. I don't know. I might be pronouncing that wrong. Another channel member. And Cal W1, a bunch of other letters from down East Maine, who's also a channel member. Welcome to everybody. So if you've got any suggestions for Jeremy, what you would like to see him do on the Fiverr, put them in the comments.
Somebody mentioned Cupid on a stainless thing, so I'm looking for something for that.
Okay, cool. All right. So I'm going to get set up with I think I'm going to get set up with the PMAG first. So let me switch over to that one. And I've got this. Actually, I should probably show you. I've got this already set up in Lightburn. This came from Patrick, by the way. So this is the PMAG that I'll be doing today. And this is from, the saying is from New York Prepper. It's the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, preserve.
Persevere.
Persevere. I'm sorry. Persevere. And it's got a whole bunch of layers on it. So I'm going to take a new PMAG, courtesy of Patrick. If I can get this open. I don't have my unboxing knife, my really big unboxing knife. I'll just use my razor.
Well, I had a new unboxing knife. Should have been delivered yesterday while we were here. So I cannot wait to use that on my next unboxing.
And this is all wet, by the way, so I'll have to get a paper towel. I had another flood in here, so I figured out what the problem is, and I'm going to have to get it fixed. Got to tear out all the flooring and the carpet and everything else and start back over from scratch. Apparently, the person that did the concrete slab did not put a rubber plastic sheet down before they poured the concrete. So it's not really flooding in here. It's all coming up from the concrete.
I want to know if Jeremy is going to make the heart red.
There's no heart in this picture, unfortunately.
Cupid's arrow, maybe the tip of the arrow.
I used Firefly, Adobe Firefly, to do this, and I got some complaints about Firefly. They have like a 3 or 4 like different sets of things that they'll throw into pictures, and no matter how many times you try to reword it or do it, it just keeps throwing the same thing at you. So I've been trying to use Microsoft Bing AI, and it's not working today. So we're just gonna see if I can come up with something here.
So I am going to start my, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but I'm going to start my framing, and I'm just going to do the toolpath only.
If I would have had some portable good fume extraction, I would have brought a fiber laser with me on vacation. I would have brought them on board. That way I could do a demo for everybody and make my wife mad for spending time with my laser instead of the family. Although my son is right there and my nephew. So they're not too far away. But I'm surprised. I made it down the slopes again several times without falling and without any injury. So that's a good thing.
All right, so I'm going to get this one started, and then I have to, let me see, my air extraction is on. 3 shapes were set to fill. Okay, where is that? Show me. Didn't I go? I went through this before, and there was some anomalies on the workbed.
I think he forgot I was on front facing camera and stuck his face in front of it.
No, I can show you because I'm dragging these 3 shapes off right now. So if you see, there's nothing there. See them? Nothing there. There were some type of, this happened earlier too, some type of anomalies that were on my workbed. This should work now.
Ghost vectors.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they were, but so now I'm going to switch over to Lightburn. Oh, I have to draw a toolpath. I forgot about that. Toolpath. And let's see. This is something new in Lightburn, by the way. Let me come back over here. So where you see the width, I'm going to switch to inches. If you click on the word IN over here, it highlights it so you don't have to triple click anymore. I guess you guys can't see that, can you? There we go.
Yeah,
So
now we can.
if you click on this word, this IN, that'll highlight it instead of having to triple click inside there. There are a lot of new cool features in Lightburn. You dock this up in the top left corner and bring in my
I did a
node.
video on some of them for the fiber laser, and you took care of all the other lasers. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been telling people about yours. All right, so laser, I have to turn on the Lasermatic.
from here, it looks like the PMAG looks great.
Oh, it's finished?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I forgot
Wow.
to turn off that
looks pretty good.
framing. I always forget to close that framing. But let me get back to my gnomes and put the right COM port on here. And there we go. And let me check my cuts and layers. That all looks good.
Well, I think we are preparing to leave the ski resort and head back over to our hotel. So I'm going to jump off here, and if you guys are still going, I'll join up as soon as I get back to my PC.
Okay, sounds good.
But
See you then.
if not, thanks everybody for tuning in, and I'll see you later. And if I do jump back on, I'll see you in a few.
Cool.
Well, AI does not like Cupid stuff, so
uh,
I'm Googling a picture.
I should have set this up before the stream. Let me preview this and see if it's right. For some reason, my preview goes off onto my third screen. That's something new. Okay. Oh, I need to see now in fill. So this is something that everybody should probably know about here. So what you're seeing here in this preview, let me make this bigger. It's if you have the scan lines on, you can see this is going to give me an error. You see how it crosses the boundary? Can you see that? So this fill, this is the overscanning right here, and it's crossing the boundary of the work area. So what I need to do is I need to select all of this stuff and just pull it out just a little bit like that. And now you'll see it doesn't come close to the boundary. When it's scanning, or I could have put it in a 90-degree scan, one or the other. But if you hit this green line with the laser, you're going to get that error 9 hard stop, and it's going to stop in the middle of the job. So I think I've got all of this good enough to say start. So let me hit start and see what happens.
Is that because if the overscan hits that green line, then it thinks that the laser module is going to smack into the side of the laser?
Yeah.
Okay.
My blast gates are not really cooperating, and that was something I didn't think of either, running 2 machines at the same time without separate smoke extractors. So yeah, so if you go outside the bounds, you'll get that error 9, and it will stop the machine dead. That's why it's always good to do a preview.
Yep.
So I am doing this gnome. The gnome is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 pieces all together. And it should take, I think it used to take about 13 minutes the last time I did one. So it shouldn't take too long. And I've got the air assist on. And for those of you that are interested on the Lasermatic 30 watt, I've got the fill layer that you see running right now at 17,500 and 90% power to get a dark fill. I've got the green layer with on exactly the same, which are the lines up on top of his hat. And then the red layer I've got at 570 and 100% power, millimeters per minute. And that's only because I want all of these pieces to cut through without having to pop them out. So I bring my speed down quite a bit on the 30 watt. And here you can see all of the pieces. So I've got this heart I've designed as a woman and a man's face. And then these are all the other pieces. This is his beard down here. And these are the green lines I was telling you about. Then you got your hands, the hearts, mustache, and this is a spacer that goes right here. And you'll see it all once it's finished. So have you found anything, Jeremy?
Yeah. Yep. Putting it in the
Okay,
light burn
cool.
right now.
Awesome.
We'll see if I can do a red heart for Patrick.
All right. I'm just going back to the comments.
I will put light burn up if people want to watch me work on it. I don't know what I'm doing, so it's going to take me a while.
Uncle Ron says, I'm guessing that he's talking to you, Eric. His image is heartless. When you were talking about what to put on the
Image.
Eric, are you still there? Yeah, his image.
I can't say I completely understand, but
yeah, I don't get it either.
I see a heart. Oh,
Carl, Steve has left the channel. He said he wasn't making enough money with us, so he's left the channel. He did a video on why he left the channel, so you can go check that out if you like. Jim McCall says AI doesn't like military weapons or cupids. I guess because they're shooting arrows.
Yeah, it's the everything in Firefly put the arrows in backwards, or they would like drop a weird string like through, and it was so odd. Microsoft Bing likes all that stuff. I've got some pretty epic, like futuristic soldier dogs that I put like what looks like my dog in there, and my chickens and stuff in there, and it came back pretty cool.
AI
Mike
says very interesting.
Mike says to Jeremy, try an angel with a bow and arrow, with the arrow having a heart for the tip. That might fool it.
I did. I typed all that stuff in, and it put like hearts dangling off its toes. The arrow was like shooting through the cupid backwards through the bow. It was some odd stuff. I don't know if you saw me in my facial expressions, but I was like looking at that stuff going, what in the world?
Hey, John, good to see you here. George is saying, can you use an Ortour chuck roller on a lasermatic 30 watt? You can use any roller on any diode roller on any diode laser. You just have to check the pin out and make sure that it's compatible. Almost all of them are going to use the same plugs, and if the wires are not properly wired, you can take a regular sewing pin and stick it in to dislodge the lock and pull the wire out and rearrange them to your liking. So yes, you can. Patrick says, try Rambo, Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
Eric, you going to be doing yours today or just sharing the file?
Yeah, I actually already made the back. I was just waiting to see if you wanted me to start the rest, so I will.
Oh.
So we'll totally kick that.
I didn't even realize.
Now.
So you were talking like it was going to be noisy. I didn't hear a thing.
Oh, well, it's not muted right now. Can you hear it? Anybody?
No, didn't know anything was happening.
Wow. It's loud here. Oh, okay. So I'll go ahead and kick that on. We'll get it started.
I noticed that you keep saying that, and in your videos you say it's super loud. Well, you should, if you came to this shop, you'd probably go crazy. because I've got the fan, I've got 2 fans on, an air conditioner, I've got the fume extraction on, and the laser. So 2 lasers. Oh, I never did go get that. The Lasermatic is now cutting that up, but I didn't go get that PMAG. It actually is looking good.
Yeah, I've always just liked a quiet shop. I even run my air, the actual motor for the air, I put outside so that I can't even hear that. So
Wow.
it's one of those things. I just like the peace. And when you've had a laser that, shuts off when you're not using it, it's kind of nice.
So there we go. The 3 Ps. Oh, I think it's my face that's doing that. Pretty quick. This was done pretty quickly.
Yeah,
and
you're
I
gonna
do
make me want to have one of those. That was really fast.
It's really fast. So now I want to do the other side, but I just realized that they're both hooked up to the same air extraction. So I'm going to wait until the Lasermatic is done because I have to switch the blast gates, and it's not enough CFMs to handle both of them.
I can say, one of the things about the Lasermatic, it's stated at 30,000 millimeters per minute. I use that a lot.
Yeah.
Like with other lasers that I've had that are really fast, I don't generally use it up to their maximum speed because things just don't look as good. But this is dead on at 30,000 millimeters per minute. I have used it on almost every project that I do.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to engraving, it's one of the few lasers that you can actually run at high speed and get a good result. So I tried it with the IKEA 36 watt, and I didn't get good engraving results out of it over about 20,000. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, I usually didn't run mine past 12,000 millimeters per minute because I saw a degradation in quality. But, for some project, it was fine. For some, I'm not that particular when it comes to engraving, but I noticed it. And, like I had the longer Ray 520, the 20 watt, which is an amazing laser. I have nothing but great things to say about that laser. But it's the old wheel style and the old gantry style where anything over 4,000 or 5,000 millimeters per minute, it just looks like garbage.
Yeah. Yep.
And speed is key. It's really nice being able to do things. If you can see in the background, I've got it running at 30,000 millimeters per minute right now.
I'm gonna try and open this blast gate and see what happens. Hopefully it'll be okay. I don't smell anything right now. So I will get this one started. Uh-oh, here we go again. Show me. Oh, it's the same anomalies that was on the other side. Okay, so we'll do start. And if I switch over there, you can see that one is now running. And the Lasermatic is, it's suffering from that blast gate. Having both blast gates open at the same time is causing the smoke to suffer there.
All right, I think I'm going to give this thing a shot.
All right, go for it.
The trace was proving to be a little bit more than I wanted to deal with, so I'm just going to clean the whole thing before I do the...
Okay.
Oh, now what? Okay.
Uh-oh, looks like I went off of my Oh no, you got to be kidding me. All gnomes. Yep, I sure did. I went off of my wood. You know, things like this always happen on the live streams. That's okay though.
This was on the back of one of those stainless ornaments that I did some testing on. So I had one that had a clean side on it.
So you can see that PMAG is finished now. Let me go close that blast gate.
Wow, it's pretty impressive, Jeremy.
Bumped my camera again. Sorry.
Jeremy's always bumping his camera. He's always bumping his workpiece too.
Oh,
what was that?
well,
you lost a big one time, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
All right, so here's the double-sided PMAG start to finish. That side and this side. Both of them came out great.
Stumbling, bumbling idiot. A PMAG is a freedom seed dispenser.
What's a PMAG? So I'm sure you're joking, Mike, when you say that, but this holds 30 5.56 rounds for an AR.
Or 300 blackout or 5.6 PRC or whatever you want to,
Yeah.
6.5, whatever you want to put in them that fit them. That's done.
Hey, Edward, good to see you. Good to see you too. So, yeah, mine's done too. I'll go over there and get that guy.
Get back on so I can see the camera so I know what everybody's looking at. Falling.
Very cool, Jeremy. Is there anything? What machine are you using? What can you tell me about it? I don't know anything.
That's let me turn the. See, my fans are loud and I can't hear you talk through my computer. It's a 60-watt MOPA fiber laser M7.
Oh wow, that's the big boy.
Yeah. Well, when I started the holster business, I was like, well, I got to mark my clips and the back of my holsters. I label them, so you know what you're putting in it. And then we thought, well, shoot, we'll get into gun slides and that kind of stuff. So we're going to need something to do all that. And that never happened. I never got like motivated or excited about that after that. And then I started working on photographs, and I'm telling you what, it's pretty fun. If you go into the Laser Makers Realm, or even if you want to check out HTL Customs Facebook page, I got all my photos that I've been doing.
That came out nice. Sorry, I haven't had a chance to look at it.
No, I did. It's my 220 lens that I just used on that, which I don't normally use because I didn't feel like changing my lens. I just tweaked a couple settings and it turned out pretty good.
Oh, I've got to go get so I can show you. Some people probably have not seen these gnomes before, so I need to go get a finished one.
Yeah, that is impressive, Jeremy. Would you recommend to other people they buy the one that you got? Or
oh, absolutely. If Pop Moose, we do see your comments. I was just going to get to you and say thank you. Yeah, I honestly, my personal opinion is Patrick's got an 80 and 120 watt, and that's fine. If you're going to do 3D engraves on coins and different things like that, if you want to cut through stuff, this thing will cut through stuff. I've been making brass earrings, copper earrings, cutting through. I think the last live stream Patrick and I did, I cut through canning lids just to do my whole recycle thing. But if anybody's getting into it, I definitely recommend a MOPA, and I definitely recommend a 60 watt because that seems like the perfect machine to do just about everything. It's not too powerful for plastics. for PMags and stuff, and it's not too weak that you can't cut through stuff.
Right.
Hey, Jerry.
And Michael is asking, what is my fiber? It is a 60-watt JPT MOPA with a 200 lens.
Yeah, I've got a 110, 175, which is my workhorse, the 220, and my 300, which I've been doing 10.5 by 12-inch photos. Let me go grab one.
John, it wasn't long ago you didn't have any fiber laser, isn't that right? Now he's got a 20, 30, and 100-watt MOPA. Oh, hang on a second. Let me put you in. There we go.
So that's like a 10.5 by 10.5 on cold rolled steel done with Adobe Firefly. So it's an AI generated photo.
Dina is saying that your rose earrings are beautiful.
Oh, good. You got them. Cool. Wait, were you the one that got them? I don't remember which ones I did.
That was Dina Duffy.
Okay. I know I gave a pair of earrings away on that live stream, but I don't remember which ones I did.
Yeah. Hey, Jerry. Jerry from 3DHP is here.
Yep. So this dog and chicken photograph was done with my 300 lens.
Oh, hang on a second, Eric.
Wow, that was beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
And it make me want to have one of those MOPAs. Anyways, yeah, I just did it plain. People can put whatever they want above it, because people are sensitive these days.
Yeah.
But it will come with the all you got to do is mount the frame holder behind it. It'll sit up on its own like this one. And so you can pretty much make anything you want, and then you've already got something to make a frame holder with.
You could even turn that into a couple of layers as well. Yeah, you can do a lot with that.
Which I did. In fact, here, let me show you. My latest creation.
Oh, yeah. Look how cool that looks. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a layered one. And what I did different is I made the stand out of logs.
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
So it's kind of a little campfire.
Can I see the bottom? Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just painted wood down there. But I don't know. I just woke up. You know, this is what I love about lasers. I woke up one day. I'm like, I'm going to make this. And I just made it.
That's cool. All right. So let's get back to my gnome real quick. So if you don't know, I have a whole collection of gnomes that I do for different holidays. And all these pieces just sit on top, so the hands sit on top of everything else. And then here's, so that one was, what did I just show you? St. Patrick's Day. This one is for Easter. And you can do them any size that you want as well. So here's a big one. This one is 4th of July. I guess I'm still in that fog. And those bottom pieces are just glued on top. The one that's all the way at the bottom is just a guide. And then I did like Statue of Liberty, Liberty Bell, baseball, which is American. And I put a couple of flag toothpicks on this one. But I have a whole collection of these, and I usually put one out every holiday. And this is pretty much what you get when you're done lasering this. So here is the man and the woman. And one thing I really like about the Lasermatic is that it has a slightly different frequency than any other laser that I use. And if you use it at the standard 10,000 frequency that it comes with, you get really superb engravings, and you can get even better engravings by playing with the frequency as well. So, but the way this goes together, I'm not going to put this all together on the live today, but I'm going to give you the file, and it's easy enough to figure out. Let me show you this real quickly. So, oh, and here's a better idea of the engraving. Look at how beautiful that's engraved. It's very, very consistent. The engraving is consistent all the way through. And that's not a high LPI either. So the way that this works is, where's my spacer? I don't know what I did with my spacer.
It's over there. It's over there on the other side.
Thank you, Patrick.
You're welcome.
Hang on one second. Let me take this brand off of here. Patrick is back, as you can see. It must still be, oh no, here it is right here. So the way that this works is you just fit the pieces together so you can see there is the spacer that goes on the brim, and then below the spacer is the beard, as you can see there. And then on top of the beard is the mustache that goes on top of the beard. So this all goes together really easily. And you can put it together any way that you like. So these are the feet. So this goes down at the bottom like that. But the feet don't go on until it's already in its base. So that little tab right there fits into this slot, and then the feet go on top of the base. So this is designed for 3mm wood, and down here on the bottom would be where, it's kind of hard to hold this all together, would be where the arrow goes, and then on top of the arrow you make a heart with the woman and the man, which is kind of hard to see here. It should have the overhead camera. And then on top of that go the hands on the sides. Really very, very easy to put together. It's not hard to figure this out. And you can angle that arrow, do whatever you want. So I'm going to make this available to anybody that wants one in the files. So I think what I'll do is I will, I probably should do this. And I've been trying to switch to Lightburn art libraries because so many people have different types of lasers. If I were to send you the Lightburn file and your origin was different than mine, everything would be screwed up, upside down, backwards, and all that kind of stuff. So I think I'm going to do the art library. Maybe I'll do the 3 different origin Lightburn files. This file will be available. Let me switch over to that. So everything that you see in this file will be available. And I'm also going to share this file for the PMAG that Patrick gave me. I'm going to generously share this myself.
Mm-hmm. That figures.
But that one actually comes from Patrick. So there we go. So today I did one file on the Lasermatic, and I did one file on the JPT MOPA, both at the same time. And having both blast gates open at the same time didn't work out too well for the Lasermatic because they just filled up with smoke as soon as I opened that other blast gate. Normally, I have another one in the front, but I recently switched it this way to work with Patrick and hooked it up to this one, this air extractor on this side of the shop, because we were going to do a project together and we're still going to do it. And it just made it more convenient for the camera. But normally I've had as many as 3 lasers running in here at the same time. But I've got 2 different smoke extractors in the front. The GWIC, which, by the way, I did find out how GWIC is pronounced. It is, and you've never heard this before, GWI.
GWI.
So that is actually the real Chinese Chinese pronunciation is Jiwi.
I think
So-
I've ran probably 4 or 5 lasers with my fume extraction. Haven't had any issues, but I have
Well-
that 720 CFM centrifugal fan.
Well, yeah. So this one back here is a regular 6-inch 220. So 220 CFMs is not enough. It barely spins up the Lasermatic fan. You know, the Lasermatic is 200 CFMs. So it just barely spins it up a little bit when I turn it on. Not enough to handle 2 machines at the same time. But I got that one for free. So I don't even know who sent it to me. I got a package in the mail and it had that in there, but didn't say who the manufacturer was. Didn't say anything at all. And I never heard from anybody by email. You know, so I'll take it, I guess. So anyway, so today we have 1, 2, 3 files that we're going to share with everybody after the live stream. And like I said, it's going to be about an hour to an hour and a half after the live stream before we actually do that.
I
So-
have a file I'll share if somebody wants one.
That's great. If you can email that to me, I'll include it in the zip package, the
Okay,
download.
it's for a diode, and I don't have one, so have fun with it.
Okay. Pop-Up Moose is saying, trying again to see if I can find out any information on a preview issue in Lightburn. Draw a filled box, duplicate it, and drag it down a bit. The box looks like a solid shape. Okay, so let me see if I can do this. So he's saying that, let me switch to the other one. He's saying that if I drag out a box, set it to fill. Oops, wrong one. Set it to fill. Draw a fill box, duplicate it, and drag it down a bit. Okay. So let's escape. That's not working. Control duplicate and drag it down a bit. And I don't know what the preview looks like a solid shape. Okay, let's see what that is. Okay, so if I turn off the traversal moves, it looks exactly like what's on the screen. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. Oh, let me just change this up a bit. There we go. All right. So there you can see it looks exactly like what's on the screen. I don't know what the problem is that you're having, but if I drag this down and preview again. Oh, let me just, okay, so that's what the problem is right there. Okay, so continue. There are 2 fill boxes, so I'm not quite sure what the problem is. If you put this one over that one, then you're going to have that anomaly that you see there. So there you go. It looks exactly the same to me, Pop-Up.
Are you working in fill mode or line mode, Pop? And do you have your
He said fill mode.
is it fill mode?
Yeah. He said
Okay, draw a filled box. I see.
Yeah. Okay. Have any of you tried Lightburn version 1.6 is going to be out pretty quickly. So it's not going to have, at this point, it has almost nothing new except for the array tool, a feature in the array tool. So nothing to talk about as of yet, but it's going to be out pretty quickly. And they haven't added, I believe there are some other features that are going to be in 1.6, but I don't know what they are right now. The only thing I know of right now is there are, I think, 2 bug fixes, and they're adding staggered shapes in the array tool. Okay, Pop-Up says, on mine it comes up as solid black. Yours comes up correctly. I don't know. I've never seen that problem before. Mine's always looked exactly like what you saw, exactly what you see here. If you have the window in filled coarse or filled smooth, you can see what the preview is going to look like. So I've never seen anything but what you see there. Okay, so this is pretty funny. VIP Kid Dad says, "Woohoo! Let's rock and roll." He's only an hour late. we are going too much further today, so we're just going to leave. The rest of it is going to be Q&A.
Better late than never. Better late than never. Hey, I'm back for the second time, so
Yeah. So
it's fine.
I'm not sure that cut selected graphics would make any difference. Cut selected graphics is a different part of. I'm sorry. So I know I just saw this somewhere. Somebody said, "Do you have cut selected graphics on?"
Robert said that.
Oh,
Isn't that just a command to send it to the laser when you hit
yeah,
start?
yeah. That's a completely separate thing. That wouldn't have anything to do with it. Pat, no, Patrick is not in the shop today. He has gone skiing. So he's skiing and tobogganing in the snow with his family, and he just decided to pop in.
Yep, and I decided to unplug my camera too.
Rich, is the blog still going on at Engraving cut files? When I click the blog link, I get the shop tab. I don't tend to post much on the blog anymore. I started doing the blog for free files, and let me see. When I click on blog, no, the blog's still working. The blog shows you where all the free files are. So yeah, it's working fine.
Well, I haven't done skiing, Kenny. Kenny said, "Don't pull a Sonny Bono." I'm done.
Says you have cut selected graph. No, well, that could be. Let's see. Nope. No. Like I said, the cut selected graphics is a separate program. It's not part of the design program. So it's not going to make a difference what mode you're in. V says 124 watching and only 16 likes. Lazy bums.
There's 78.
78 likes.
You got to go refresh your browser thing.
Tripod, you shouldn't have turned down my invitation. We could have made a viral video.
What is he saying? Oh,
yeah, his latest comment.
Patrick asked if I wanted to go skiing. I declined. I didn't want to show my one-leg skiing skills. Well, you could have went on the blow-up thing there, the raft or whatever the heck that was.
Yep. Yeah, the tubes. That's a lot of fun.
Uncle Ron says, then his computer is having a stroke. That's not unusual.
Yeah.
I think Patrick should go down the slopes while doing the show, maybe holding fiber laser and making something on the way down.
Lots of tape.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
so,
cool.
We are finished with the projects today. And I know that today is going to be an off day from the beginning, but because of Super Bowl Sunday and people going to the parties, and for us down here, we've got Mardi Gras. So this is the biggest weekend of Mardi Gras this weekend, from Friday to Tuesday. Tuesday is Fat Tuesday, And this particular weekend, my kids are gone. You know, they're all at the parades right now. So everybody's got, this is like a really bad weekend. But I wanted to make an announcement real quick, is that we realized that a lot of people are not liking the Sunday 2 o'clock. So we are going back to the Saturday night. So you will see the Laser Makers Realm back on Saturday night at 9 p.m. Central Time, Eastern Time.
That'd be
So
amazing. Yep.
yeah, starting next live stream, we'll be back to Saturday night, 9 p.m. And we're going to do an occasional, you know, in the shop Friday night too. So look out for those as well.
Yep. We've still got fun things planned to keep this channel going and growing.
And V says my stream must be choking, but that's still too low.
Sometimes you have to refresh your browser for it to update the likes.
Yeah, we need to have 125 likes. That's what we need. And George says yay for Saturday. Edward says yay. Great. Wonderful. Pop says he uninstalled and reinstalled, didn't fix it. Pop, you don't have to uninstall Lightburn. So all you have to do is close it. And you can just go to your downloads folder and double click the latest version that you've got. It'll reinstall right over it. There's no reason to ever uninstall Lightburn. And Mike is saying no. Sorry, Mike. Let's see. Did you stop sending email notifications of your streams? I haven't received one in the past 2 broadcasts. No, they went out 8 o'clock this morning, and the last one I think went out at 9 in the morning. So
Check
yeah,
your
now
spam box.
Dan,
Could have got moved.
yeah, Dan, there's been some changes. If you have like a Gmail or Yahoo, they all in the new year 2024, they've all gone to this anti-spam campaign. So there's lots and even though I did all the necessary things on the server, that doesn't mean that they're not sending my email to you to spam. So check your junk folder, your spam folder, whatever it is that you've got, and it's probably in there. George says he teaches wood turning on Sundays. Oh, that's something I used to love to do. In fact, I started this whole hobby thing. I think it was in the 5th grade, or no, maybe it was the 7th grade. I think it was the 7th grade with woodshop. So
Yep.
that was many years ago. Many
My
decades
old wood lathe
ago.
is in the back in a pile of parts right now.
Mine's next door in the storage shed. So let's see. How about an hour earlier on Saturday? That's right here at dinner on the West Coast. Well, you know what? Everybody brings their phone and tablets to the dinner table now, except here. So
Well, we're not allowed at my house. My wife will yell
yeah,
at
we
you.
don't
No
either.
phones at the dinner table.
Yeah, same here. But yeah, we can't, you know, it's hard to please a lot of people. You know, we've got people that watch from around the world. So, you know, what's convenient, whatever time we pick will be convenient for one person and inconvenient for someone else. So we have to sort of pick a time that's convenient for all of us. Watch out for the trees. I guess that's going out to Patrick.
Yep.
So you guys have any other questions? Because we are about done for today. There is there was something that I wanted to talk about, and I completely forgot what it is. Oh, I remember what it is. So I had someone ask me, you know, I did that Our Father prayer cross, and one of my patrons said, oh, and I think I'm going to share this file with you too. One of my patrons said that they wanted to see a Jewish cross if I could. So I said, yeah, and this is the first prototype of part of the whole thing. And I wanted to see how this wood grain would come out. And let me show that to you real quick. So the wood grain is something that I made for a sign a long time ago. Signs, wood grain, right here. So there's the wood grain. And basically what I did is I made this so that you could duplicate this. This was actually made for a picture frame, and then move it down with your arrow key to get a pretty cool look. Like, can you see that in the, yeah, I think you can. So it doesn't necessarily, they don't necessarily line up, but to the naked eye, you can't tell. And you get a really nice look here. And I forgot to mirror this one. So there we go. Mirrored. See how that looks? So every one that you do, if you duplicate and then come up here and mirror it and then move it down, you get the same pattern, which is a really nice looking wood grain, I think, anyway. I don't know what you guys think. I'll add that wood grain file. If you get it just right, it looks really cool. So you want to get it as close as possible. I can't do small maneuvers on this computer because I'm looking at a 55-inch screen over there, and I'm looking at it sideways. But that is the wood grain pattern that I started with, and all I did was draw 2 rectangles and welded them, and then I made a couple other things. And this is my very first prototype, and these words, they have meaning. This top words here mean, I forgot what it is now, but in the image of God. I think the top one means thank God, and the bottom one means in the image of God. But the bottom one is 3 layers, and it's in Hebrew, by the way. And I did the wood grain on both sides, and I burned this really, really hot, this cross, so that it burned through the wood. And if you see here, I burned it hotter than I did this one. So when I put this together with the glue permeates all the way through both layers of this cross, and it is really sturdy. As opposed, this is 3mm wood, and I can shake it around and nothing happens. So this is the Star of David on top, and this star on the bottom has a completely different meaning. It's a 5-pointed star. It's basically for luck, but it really has a couple of different meanings. And then when I finished with the prototypes, I actually did a 17-inch one. So this is the final version. It's 17 inches tall.
I don't understand why that's not working.
And I painted the star and the base gold. Now, this doesn't have any finish on it or anything like that, but this was a project I did by request, special request, for one of my patrons. So I wanted to, what did I just hit? I just hit something and the screen flashed. So I just wanted to talk about that. I knew there was something that I was leaving out this week.
Yeah, Jesse's got a question. It's up a little farther. What settings do I change to show the fill like yours? Mine is just on outline. I think that's in the window drop down, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I can't show my light burn screen right now for some reason. I was going to put it up there.
If you click on window and you do filled smooth or filled coarse, I'll show you real quick. So up in the top under window, you have filled coarse and filled smooth. You don't want to use filled smooth. That uses more resources. Just they both look the same. If you're probably in either wireframe coarse or smooth right now, and you don't get to see the the preview on the screen. So just click window and go to filled course, and you'll be able to see that. Sorry, I missed that question.
That's okay.
And let's see, yay for Saturday. Okay. Let me catch up.
See, I answered a couple questions there in chat.
Oh, how about this one?
Yep, me going out of town messed up
Yeah.
our schedule, so we'll schedule our next one hopefully.
For those of you that don't know, Jeremy and Patrick started a new YouTube session called The Frequency.
Mhm.
So if you want, you can tune into that. It's sort of like what we're doing now. Okay, let's see. Jeremy.
Yep, we're calling it a podcast, and we're trying to get the viewer involved and hopefully take some phone calls and do that kind of
Thank you,
stuff
V.
too.
Yeah. Get a little more into the technical side of things.
Oh, did Stephen Poole finally show up? An hour and 21 minutes late.
Better late than never.
So Gary says, love the wood grain. Haven't had a chance to download the file you sent us, but it's beautiful. We'll use that a lot. Thanks, Gary. I had this file posted at my on my Patreon website. That is a Patreon only file, so I'm not gonna include this file in the zip package. But I am gonna include that wood grain because that can be used in lots and lots of different projects, especially picture frames. Steven says he just woke up. V says hi to you, Steve.
Steve just woke up, and I'm ready for a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah, pop up. You can try the Lightburn forum, but I don't think that's going to be an issue that anybody's really had. Maybe somebody else has had it. Who knows? Could have something to do with your version. Earlier in the comments, I'm just remembering it. Somebody said something about having version 1.5 beta and upgraded to 1.51 and was asking if it's a beta. If it's a beta, you're not going to get it. So 1.51 was a bug fix, and I'm pretty sure that was images for Windows 64-bit computers. I think that was images that when you open a file, they were showing up
Upside
backwards.
down. Yeah, that happened to me
Down.
a lot.
Yeah. So they fixed that in 1.51, and that's the only difference. And I have a Windows 64-bit, and I didn't have that issue. So I have two Windows 64-bit computers. I didn't have that issue on either one of them. That one in the other office has been running 1.5 for months, and this one I upgraded the first day it was out. So yeah, I didn't personally have that problem. I don't seem to have problems with my Lightburn. I don't know why. You know, they offer patches and things like that, and those things don't seem to affect me.
Richard had a question asking to recap the projects. I think that's what from today's live stream.
From today's
Probably.
live stream?
This
Sure.
one's not going to be available, but this is the one I just did on the fly. Just a little photo on a piece of stainless. It's not focusing. Anyway, my other camera's better, but that's what I did just on the fly.
Okay. And let's see. I did my Valentine Day gnome, which I did not assemble yet, but you can get the idea. This is my St. Patrick's Day gnome. This is my Easter gnome. This is my 4th of July or Independence Day gnome, or actually any Flag Day holiday. So I did a Valentine's Day one. So that's what I did. And then Eric.
That's cool. I like that one.
Yeah, I like the flames and all.
Yep.
And that one comes with a stand.
What's it say in the caption? I can't read it.
This is fine.
This is fine. Okay, got it.
I really like that one.
You're muted again.
You're muted.
And then if you want to, put a saying above it, you can always just rearrange the guy in there and put whatever you want.
The great thing about a laser and laser projects is that you can customize every project to whatever way that you want it to be. Like, for instance, with Eric's, I would put that into 3 different layers, so that would work really nice, having the flames on one layer, the little guy in the middle on another layer, and the backing on a 3rd layer with some text. That I like to do that kind of stuff, like especially with my gnomes with 12 pieces. Yeah, like that. Exactly. Yep. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
That's cool.
I like that one. That one's really cool.
That's a lot of painting.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing today. So this one is like a last minute Valentine's Day. If you haven't done it yet, I did already. I've got my and I learned a big lesson last week too. I've got my Valentine's stuff done here. I made a clock for my wife, and I also made this for in our bedroom. This is
nice.
This is 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, 4 different colors. So doing this clock video, I never thought of it because my wife is on vacation and she's got lots going on. It's Town Fiesta in the Philippines, and she's watching my videos when she's not doing anything. So she found out about the clock. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah, she called me night before last, and she said, "Oh, by the way, I love that clock. Thank you so much." So I said, "Wow, man, you saw it."
Now you're going to have to do an even better.
Of course, the one time when she's not supposed to watch a video, she does.
Yeah. Well, who watches videos on vacation? I don't. I know that much.
Yeah, who gets on live streams on vacation? I have no idea.
Yeah, who does that? I mean, that just doesn't even make sense. Oh, Patrick, I forgot about you.
Yeah.
All right, so we are at 90 minutes, which is our live stream cutoff. We'll go longer if we had questions, but I don't see any. Pop-up says 1.5 only has the issue if I did an offset fill. 1.501 has the issue with fill and offset fill. Well, if you do, okay, so just real quickly, I'm going to jump back over there, and I'm just going to come over here and see. So let me change the green layer to offset fill and preview. And my preview is on my 3rd screen. Actually, I've lost it completely. Don't know where it went. Oh. I see what I did wrong.
I'm glad I only got one screen.
Okay, so in offset fill, yes, they are both filled. Now, let me switch over so you can see this. So that's in offset fill. They're both filled, which is what I would expect. But if we go to fill and preview, that's what we had earlier. So yeah, it's going to fill both of them in offset fill because it's going to be going around in a circle. Okay, so we are at exactly 90 minutes. Thank you, everybody, for being here with us today.
Yeah, thanks for
don't
stopping.
forget, Don't forget to hit that like button before you go, because we need all the likes that we can possibly get. Thank you, Patrick, for taking time out of your vacation. Thank you, Eric,
Always.
for joining us for the first time in about 9 or 10 months. And thank you, Jeremy, for being here with us, the fiber expert. So I hope you all enjoyed the stream today. And we will see you again in 2 weeks with much better projects. So, okay,
2
hang on one
weeks on
second.
Saturday night. Saturday night.
One more thing from Uncle Ron. Yeah, I only have a couple on my website for sale. I am putting together an entire package that should be done by Mother's Day with about 9 or 10 different gnomes in there. And Royal says, how often should he clean the Lasermatic 30? I clean my lenses. I'm going to be cleaning both of these lenses today. Every time I use them at the end of the day, depending on what I'm doing, sometimes twice a day. And that is it. We're out. Thank you all for being here with us.
Thanks,
See you
everyone.
all in the next one in 2 weeks.